Nobody hacked your mind. Nobody hypnotized you. Nobody secretly controls you. Your brain did this to you. Pressure behind your eyes, heat in your chest, the split second before you lied to yourself, and you still softened. Not because you're stupid, not because you're naive, because something older than thought stepped in. Your brain does not exist to protect your dignity. It does not exist to protect your future. It does not exist to protect your leverage. It exists to preserve whatever once kept you alive, even if that pattern is now killing your respect, even if it is training people how to treat you badly. That's the real horror. You are not broken. You are executing ancient survival code. Here's where it gets dangerous. Every time you excuse someone who hurts you, you teach your nervous system self-betrayal equals safety. Safety beats truth. Always. Your brain was brainwashed long before you had language. Not by ideology, not by philosophy, by consequence. Early in life, you learned an equation. Adapt equals included. Resist equals isolated. Inclusion felt like oxygen. Isolation felt like death. So your system carved a rule into muscle memory. Protect the source of belonging, not the source of respect, not the source of growth. Belonging. That rule never updated. So now, when someone disrespects you, your brain doesn't ask, "Is this accurate?" It asks, "Will confronting this threaten connection?" If the answer is yes, reality gets edited. They didn't mean it. They're stressed. They had good intentions. That's just how they are. Not because it's true, because explanation feels safer than separation. This is not kindness. This is not morality. This is pattern preservation. This is a hijacked nervous system. Not poetic, not symbolic, mechanical. Your body prioritizes outdated survival rules over present reality. Someone crosses you, your body doesn't ask, "Is this acceptable?" It asks, "Will I be abandoned if I resist?" Appeasement launches. Not because you're kind, not because you're evolved, because appeasement once prevented pain, and the body never forgot. You explain first. You soften. You reinterpret. You absorb. Someone violates your boundary. Your brain detects the threat of separation. Appeasement launches. Cost, respect, leverage, self-trust, reputation, correction, install jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means not every thought gets citizenship. Not every interpretation gets a passport. Not every emotional impulse gets to rule. Most people live with open borders. Anything walks in. A tone, a pause, a look, and their internal world reorganizes. That is occupation, and occupation always serves the occupier. Here's a brutal calibration. People do not consciously decide to disrespect you. They sense negotiability. They feel when your inner world is adjustable. They feel when your identity bends. That sensation triggers testing. Testing becomes calibration. Calibration becomes treatment. This creates a negotiable frame. Your identity bends. You don't hold shape. You become fluid in response to other people. Fluid identities invite pressure. Pressure invites testing. Testing becomes treatment. Not because people are evil, because physics. What moves gets moved. What holds others in place. You become the understanding one, the patient one, the flexible one. Interpersonal tension. You bend to avoid friction. You lose gravity. Correction. Anchor self-definition internally. Workplace. They interrupt you. You feel it. You explain it away. They're passionate. They don't realize. It's not worth conflict. So nothing changes. They interrupt more. Others start deferring to them. Your ideas exit your mouth and enter their reputation. You stay silent. Why? Because your body equates confrontation with danger, so it edits reality. They're not doing it on purpose, but a silent verdict forms. Your presence is adjustable. You didn't say that. Your behavior did. Here's the hidden cost. Your brain protects people who hurt you. Because you have not claimed jurisdiction over your inner territory. Power is not something you display. Power is something your nervous system broadcasts. Before you speak, before you move, before you decide. Your body sends one of two signals: I am stable, or I am adjustable. Adjustable people get negotiated. Negotiated people get pressed. Pressed people start explaining. This is the invisible cascade. Here's the anchor. Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Your unconscious is not philosophical. It is mechanical. So we install machinery. Internal realignment protocol. Purpose. Transfer loyalty from external figures to internal coherence. Step 1. Intercept. Notice the urge to explain, not after. At the surge. Step 2. Label. Defense impulse detected. Step 3. Swap target. From motive to behavior. Step 4. Freeze. 2 seconds. Silence. Step 5. Declare internally. I prioritize pattern accuracy over emotional comfort. Step 6. Decide access. More or less. Step 7. Act small. Tiny withdrawal. Tiny boundary. Fail condition. You start narrating their childhood. Now understand extraction. Extraction is when you leave interactions depleted and they leave lighter. You replay conversations. They don't. Repeated tolerance. You metabolize discomfort for others, energy, attention, emotional labor. Correction. Starve extraction. Starving extraction looks boring. No reaction, no explanation, no performance. Just reduced access. This is the access ledger. Who gets your time, your energy, your availability? Stop moralizing. Start measuring. Do this. Let behavior disqualify. Not that. Ask for explanations. Do this. Reduce access. Not that. Announce emotional speeches. Patterns tell the truth. Speeches protect fantasies. Patterns reveal truth. Exceptions preserve fantasy. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some people are not confused. They are calibrated. They tested. You explained. You stayed. Calibration complete. They treat your boundaries as optional. Interpretation feels intelligent. Recognition feels brutal. Interpretation builds stories. Recognition reads data. Someone interrupts you. Data. Someone ignores your boundary. Data. No motive, no biography, no psychological novel. Just a pattern. Pattern is identity. Identity predicts future behavior. Everything else is noise. Recognition is cold. Recognition does not negotiate. Someone interrupts you. Someone dismisses you. Someone ignores your boundary. That is data, not a story, not a personality profile, not a psychological novel. Data. Here's a quiet shift that changes everything. Stop asking, why are they like this? Start asking, what behavior keeps repeating? Because repeating behavior is the personality. Not intention, not apology, no explanation. Now look at what most people do. They collect exceptions. They store good moments. They replay the one time the person showed effort. They build an internal highlight reel. Why? Because exceptions feel hopeful. Patterns feel final. Hope feels warm. Finality feels like loss. So the mind clings to exceptions, even when the pattern is screaming. This is how you become complicit in your own erosion. Not through weakness, through misplaced loyalty. You are loyal to people who no longer earn it, not because they deserve it, because loyalty once prevented abandonment. Loyalty once meant, I get to stay. So your nervous system fires loyalty automatically, even when it humiliates you, even when it shrinks you. The deepest betrayal isn't what they did, it's what you covered for. That's the wound. Sit with that. Not to shame yourself, but to reclaim authorship. Because the moment you see this, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming an operator of your life. Now we draw a hard line. You are not responsible for people's intentions. You are responsible for what you allow to continue. That sentence alone collapses half of your suffering because it shifts you out of courtroom mode and into engineering mode. Courtroom mode asks, who's right? Engineering mode asks, what works? What produces respect? What produces stability? What produces clean outcomes? Engineering doesn't moralize, it calibrates. So here is the calibration. If a behavior costs you energy, it requires a consequence. Not a speech, not an emotional monologue, a structural consequence. Less access, less availability, less proximity. That is the only language pattern I understand. Now, notice something subtle. When you imagine reducing access, your chest tightens, your stomach drops. Your mind says, this is too harsh, this is unfair, this is cold. That sensation is not morality. That sensation is withdrawal. You are withdrawing a drug. The drug is being needed. The drug is being seen as good. The drug is being chosen. Your system is addicted to external validation. So when you remove supply, it panics. Panic does not mean danger. Panic means detox. This is important. Discomfort is not evidence. Discomfort is a side effect of change. If you wait to feel comfortable before changing, you will never change. Comfort always belongs to the old identity. Growth always feels like trespassing at first. Now, another surgical truth. You don't rise to the level of your intentions. You fall to the level of your standards. And standards are not what you say. Standards are what you tolerate. Your mouth can declare boundaries all day. Your tolerance reveals the real contract. So every time you tolerate something, you sign an invisible agreement. I accept this. People treat you according to the contracts you keep signing, silently, daily, without witnesses. Now here's the reframe that returns power. You do not need to confront everyone. You do not need closure. You do not need confessions. You do not need apologies. You need alignment. Alignment between what you notice, what you decide, what you allow. When those three match, your life simplifies. When they don't, your life becomes psychological static. That static is what exhausts you. Not people, not situations. Incoherence. You are tired because you keep violating yourself, not because you are weak, not because you are broken, because your internal hierarchy is inverted. Others first, you last. We are reversing that, quietly, mechanically, without drama. Hold this. Because now we move into presence itself. Here's the trade-off truth. When you stop explaining, you lose being liked. You lose being needed. You lose being seen as nice. You gain respect. You gain clarity.
you gain self-trust. You cannot have both. Now we pivot, because everything so far explains why. Now we move into how your presence itself trains treatment. Arguments don't start with words. They start with arrival. Before you speak, your nervous system broadcasts stable or needing. People respond to the signal, not the sentence. Slow your movements. Pause before replying. Breathe out before speaking. If you feel rushed, you are broadcasting debt. Debt lowers gravity. Gravity determines treatment. Now we install identity. Sovereign mindset.
The sovereign mindset is refusal to be internally governed by other people's emotions. Someone is upset, you remain stable. Someone misunderstands, you remain stable. Someone projects, you remain stable. Stability is the asset, not winning, not convincing, not correcting. Here's the forbidden motive. You like being needed. Because needed once meant, I won't be abandoned. Sovereignty removes that drug. You become less needed, more respected. Now watch what happens next, because this is where most people collapse. They start to apply boundaries. Then they try to soften them. They add smiles, they add jokes, they add warmth. That is a reaction receipt. You are trying to collect proof they're okay. Stop. You do not need receipts. If you add warmth after every firm line, you cancel the line. Apology reframes the boundary as negotiable. Negotiable boundaries become suggestions. Suggestions get ignored. Now we turn philosophy into self-mastery, and we do it mechanically. 7-day protocol, not motivational, mechanical. Day 1, catch the urge to explain. Day 2, insert 1-second silence. Day 3, say, that doesn't work for me. Day 4, say nothing after. Day 5, remove softeners. Day 6, reduce access once. Day 7, hold one silent boundary. No speech, no justification. Repetition builds identity. Now hold this, because we're about to push deeper. Here's the hidden cost. The hidden cost is not conflict. The hidden cost is identity erosion. Every time you explain bad behavior, you rehearse collapse. Your body learns, defending keeps me safe. So next time, it explains faster. Every time you excuse disrespect, your body learns, excusing prevents rupture. So next time, it auto-excuses. This is not a weakness. This is reinforcement. Reinforcement builds identity. Identity builds posture. Posture builds presence. Presence builds outcome. Now, zoom out. Look at your history. You always become the understanding one, the bigger person, the flexible one. That is not random. That is a role you trained people to assign you. Roles become expectations. Expectations become contracts. Unspoken, invisible, but enforced. And the moment you violate a role, people react. Not because you're wrong, because you broke their mental agreement. This is why boundaries feel out of character, because they are, out of your old character. You are installing a new one. New characters feel unnatural, not because they're wrong, because they're unfamiliar. Familiarity is not the truth. Familiarity is a habit. Habit is not destiny. Here's a brutal clarity. Your enemies do not require hatred. They do not require confrontation. They require non-cooperation. You don't defeat extraction. You starve it. Starvation looks boring. No reaction, no explanation, no performance, just absence of fuel. Most people misunderstand non-cooperation. They imagine aggression. They imagine confrontation. They imagine cold withdrawal with attitude. That is still a reaction. Reaction is participation. Non-cooperation is cleaner. Non-cooperation is when you simply stop providing what made the pattern profitable. No emotional labor, no narrative, no availability, no reassurance. Just a quiet removal of reward. Patterns survive on reward. Remove reward. Pattern collapses. Not instantly, but inevitably. This is the physics of behavior, not psychology. Physics. Now look at your past. Notice how often people only changed when access changed. Not when you explained. Not when you cried. Not when you reasoned. When availability dropped. When responsiveness slowed. When energy disappeared. That wasn't a coincidence. That was the consequence. Your nervous system learns faster from consequence than from language. So does everyone else's. This is why speeches fail. This is why ultimatums fail. This is why emotional monologues fail. Because words without logistical shifts are entertainment. They create noise. Noise feels like action, but nothing actually moves. Now we sharpen something uncomfortable. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, and nothing in their access changes, you have taught them that your discomfort is irrelevant. Not through words, through structure. This is not a moral judgment. It is a mechanical observation. You cannot talk your way out of a structure you keep reinforcing. Only structure overrides structure. Now we deepen the silence concept. Silence is not weakness. Silence is compression. When you stop filling space, others feel it. Because most people are addicted to filling space. Filling space hides insecurity. Filling space hides need. When you remove your noise, their noise becomes louder. They start revealing themselves. They over-explain. They justify. They leak motive. Silence turns them inside out, not as a tactic, as a side effect. This is why silence feels heavy. Not because you are intimidating, because nothing is leaking from you. Leakage is what makes people feel safe around you. Because leakage signals, I am harmless. When leakage stops, your presence becomes ambiguous. Ambiguity creates caution. Caution creates respect. Now notice something. You don't need to become aggressive. You don't need to become cold. You don't need to become dominant. Those are compensations. You need to become sealed. Sealed does not mean emotionally numb. Sealed means internally ordered. Nothing moves without permission. That is sovereignty. Now we address the internal panic voice. This will make me lonely. This will push people away. This will make me isolated. Sometimes, yes. But being isolated is not the same as being alone. Isolation means separation from noise, separated from extraction, separated from roles that were shrinking you. Loneliness is absence of connection. Isolation is removal of parasites. Most people confuse the two and stay infected because they fear the label. Now, a trade-off truth. When you choose sovereignty, you lose easy social access. You lose shallow bonds. You lose being everybody's emotional outlet. You lose being the safe one. In exchange, you gain clean connections. You gain slower relationships. You gain fewer but denser bonds. Density beats quantity, always. Now we layer identity architecture. Identity is not who you think you are. Identity is what you repeatedly do under pressure. So we create pressure reps. Small, daily, mechanical, not heroic, not dramatic. Boring. Boring installs identity. Here are 3 micro behaviors. When someone disrespects you, Please do not modify it. Do not explain. Do not escalate. Pause. Then reduce engagement. Shorter replies, longer response time, less warmth. That's it. When someone tests a boundary, state once, "That doesn't work for me." Then stop speaking. When someone pushes again, repeat the same sentence, same tone, no variation. Variation invites negotiation. Consistency closes doors. Now understand why repetition matters. Repetition builds reputation. Not with words, with nervous systems. People don't trust what you say. They trust what you repeat. If your boundary is repeatable, it becomes real. If your boundary changes based on mood, it becomes decorative. Decorative boundaries get ignored. Now we talk about emotional detox. When you stop explaining, emotions rise. Guilt, anxiety, tight chest, restlessness. These are withdrawal symptoms, not moral signals, not intuition, no warnings. Symptoms. You are removing a coping mechanism. Your body protests. Let it protest. Do not negotiate with sensations. Sensations pass. Identity remains. Most people fail here. They feel discomfort. They interpret discomfort as wrongness. They retreat and reinstall the old identity. Not because they chose weakness, because they misread the signal. Discomfort means overwrite is occurring, nothing else. Now we build the second layer, self-trust. Self-trust is not confidence. Self-trust is not positive thinking. Self-trust is memory. Remembered promises kept to yourself. Every time you hold a micro-boundary, you deposit trust. Every time you violate yourself, you withdraw trust. Most people are emotionally bankrupt, not because life was cruel, but because they kept overdrafting their own integrity. We are changing that ledger. One small deposit per day. No heroics, no speeches, just kept lines. Now zoom out. Your external reputation is a mirror of your internal reputation. If you don't take yourself seriously, others can't. If you don't honor your own limits, others won't. This is not unfair. This is symmetrical. Now we anchor deeper. You are not trying to become someone else. You are removing what is false. False layers were installed for survival. They are outdated. You are not betraying your past. You are upgrading it. Your younger self learned what they could. You are allowed to learn more. Romantic context. They cancel last minute. You say, "It's okay." But it isn't. They cancel again. You say nothing. They cancel again. Your resentment grows. They feel safe because your words and behavior disagree. So the correction is not a talk. Next time they cancel, you don't rearrange. You don't chase. You continue your life. Access drops. No speech. The pattern reads consequences. Now something important. You are not punishing. You are not manipulating. You are not playing games. You are aligning reality with your standards. That's it. Now the last structural layer. Stop trying to be understood. Being understood is ego. Being respected is structured. Respect does not require comprehension. It requires consistency. If someone says, "I don't get why you're like this now," you do not explain. You say, "This is how I operate." Stop. Now we return to Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That power is exercised through what you reinforce, not what you wish, not what you hope, not what you imagine, what you reinforce, daily, quietly, mechanically. Now we close the loop. 3-day experiment. Day 1. Never explain first. Day 2. State. Pause. Day 3. Reduce access. Return with data, not stories. What shifted? Who adjusted? Who disappeared? Who respected you more? That is your feedback. Final calibration. You are not here to be liked, not here to be understood, not here to be chosen. You are here to be coherent. Coherence makes you expensive. Expensive things are treated carefully. Hold the line. This is why silent people feel heavy. Not because they are mystical, not because they are dominant, because nothing leaks. No nervous disclosure, no compulsive justification, no emotional spillage. They feel sealed. Sealed containers create pressure. Pressure creates gravity. Gravity creates status. Status is not popularity. Status is being treated carefully. That is the marker. Now we layer logistics. Boundaries are not verbal, they are logistical. Time, energy, attention, responsiveness. Words are decoration. Logistics are reality. If someone drains you, less access. If someone respects you, more access. No speeches, just math. Now we add 3 tactical scripts. Use sparingly. I've noted the pattern. That doesn't work for me. I'm adjusting access. Say it flat. No heat. No explanation after. Silence is the period. Here's another trap. You will want closure. You will want them to understand. You will want acknowledgement. High-leverage people don't get closure. They get adapted. If someone needs a repeated explanation, they are negotiating. Make your frame immovable. Same line, same tone, different day. They adapt, or they exit. Both are wins. Here's the deeper mechanism. Your brain protects people who hurt you, because protection once prevented shame. Shame is social pain. Social pain once equaled death. So your system still treats it as death. That chest drop, that stomach tighten, those are not warnings. They are fossils, old alarms. We do not argue with alarms. We retrain them. Retraining happens through exposure, low-stakes exposure, daily. This is why one calm no beats 10 emotional speeches. This is why one held silence beats 1,000 mental rehearsals. Now we insert contrast. Do this. Let behavior disqualify. Not that. Ask for explanations. Do this. Reduce access quietly. Not that. Announce emotional boundaries. Do this. Track patterns. Not that. Collect exceptions. Now the loyalty layer. Your loyalty has weight. Whatever you repeatedly defend becomes heavier inside you. Whatever becomes heavier begins orbiting your identity. This is why some people feel hard to let go. Not because they are special, because you fed them psychic mass. Every excuse, every reinterpretation, every silent swallow. Mass, orbit, bond. Break the feeding. Orbit destabilizes. Distance becomes natural. No dramatic endings, no speeches, just gravity correction. This is the real power. Not domination, calibration. When your internal world becomes non-negotiable, your external world reorganizes. Different people approach, different conversations form. Different offers appear, not because you chased, because you stopped leaking. Now the echo. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That power begins with loyalty. Your brain once learned to protect others. Now you teach it who it belongs to. 3-day experiment. Day 1. Never explain first. Day 2. State. Pause. Day 3. Reduce access. Return to the comments with data, not stories. What changed? Final calibration. You are not here to be liked, not here to be understood, not here to be chosen. You are here to be coherent. Coherence makes you expensive. Expensive things are treated carefully. Hold the line.